More than 2,000 years ago, Babylon stood as one of the greatest cities in the ancient world. Built on the banks of the Euphrates River, the city became a center of trade, wealth, and power. Ships arrived daily carrying goods from distant lands, while busy markets connected merchants from across Mesopotamia. Behind the markets stretched crowded streets filled with craftsmen, potters, and metalworkers, whose skills helped Babylon prosper. The city was also famous for its legendary hanging gardens, one of the most remarkable wonders of the ancient world. Visitors entering Babylon passed through the magnificent Ishtar Gate and continued along the grand processional way, surrounded by towering blue walls decorated with sacred animals. At the heart of the city stood the Great Ziggurat, rising high above the skyline as a symbol of Babylon's greatness. For centuries, Babylon remained one of the most powerful and influential cities on Earth, leaving behind a legacy that still fascinates people today. As a young prince, Nebuchadnezzar grew up surrounded by the power and ambitions of Babylon. Within the royal palace, he learned from generals, advisors, and experienced rulers who prepared him for the challenges ahead. When the time came, Babylon's armies marched across the region, expanding the kingdom and securing its position as a dominant power. Their victories brought wealth, influence, and prestige back to the city. Nebuchadnezzar returned home not only as a successful leader, but as the architect of Babylon's future greatness. With the empire secure, he launched one of the most ambitious building programs of the ancient world. Massive defensive walls rose around the city, protecting its growing population and treasures. The magnificent Ishtar Gate was constructed, becoming a symbol of Babylon's wealth and power. The legendary hanging gardens were expanded, transforming the city into one of the most remarkable places of the ancient world. New palaces, temples, and monuments appeared across the skyline as Babylon continued to grow. At the height of Nebuchadnezzar's reign, Babylon stood as the greatest city in the region. From his throne, the king could look upon a city that reflected the full power of his empire. As Nebuchadnezzar grew old, the ruler who had transformed Babylon into the greatest city of his age began to fade from history. After his death, powerful nobles, generals, and advisors competed for control. The unity that had made Babylon strong slowly disappeared. Although the city remained impressive, internal struggles weakened the empire. At the same time, a new power was rising in the east. Under Cyrus the Great, the Persian Empire expanded rapidly and challenged Babylon's dominance. Soon, Persian armies marched toward the legendary city and gathered before its mighty walls. Rather than attacking directly, Cyrus ordered a bold plan. Persian engineers diverted part of the Euphrates River, lowering the water level around the city. Under cover of darkness, Persian soldiers entered Babylon through the riverbed and gained access to the city. In 539 BC, Babylon became part of the Persian Empire, bringing an end to Babylonian rule. Yet Babylon was never forgotten. Its monuments, achievements, and legends survived long after the empire itself disappeared. Even today, Babylon remains one of the most famous cities in human history.